Good afternoon, everybody. So today, my trusty helper, Thomas, my son here, is going to help me make some grape jam with the grapes that we harvested the other day. So I will be using my ball canning jars. I have 3/4 pints that I'm going to use for the jam. I have about 8 of them that I'm currently sanitizing in the pot right now. I'll show you that in a second. But the first steps are to go through and stem all the grapes, and then we're removing the skin off of the grapes and putting them in a separate bowl. So let's get started. So I currently have the jars in here to be sanitized. I'll bring it up to a boil. That way they can start sanitizing while we are preparing the grapes. So we'll put these, like the good grapes, go in here. That way I can rinse them. Leave the stems away. Huh?
I can know what good grapes are.
Not yucky grapes. We're just gonna give them a quick rinse. Okay, so for this next step, we are going to remove the skins and put them in a separate bowl. And we're gonna do that by squeezing the grape, and we're gonna put the pulp into our pot. He's being a pervert. Please excuse my son. This is what it's like working with a 14-year-old boy. Anyways, I'll show you how it's done. Okay, so you squeeze it. Squeeze the pulp out. Skin goes there. be a fan of Five Fingers Down Noses. I'd agree.
Alexa, play A Little Bit Off by Five Finger Death Punch.
A Little Bit Off by Five Finger
I swear
Death
if you
Punch
stop.
from Nicole's Pandora.
No, F you. F you sideways.
Thomas.
You're just making me struggle. Alexa, play A Little Bit Off.
A Little Bit Off by Five Finger Death Punch from Nicole's Pandora.
Death Punch. But you know who. Yeah, baby, yeah. Hey Alexa, play Shook Me All Night Long by AC/DC.
You Shook Me All Night Long by AC/DC from Nicole's Pandora.
Why? Alexa, play Shook Me All Night Long by AC/DC.
You Shook Me All Night Long by AC/DC from Nicole's Pandora. Brown Band from Nicole's Pandora.
Okay, it is by Zach. You say it. You say it.
Alexa, play Toes by Zach Brown Band.
Zach Brown Band from Nicole's Pandora.
Not even the right song.
Alexa, play Toes.
Toes by Zach Brown Band from Nicole's Pandora.
Oh, come on. Alexa, play Toes.
Toes by Zach Brown Band from Nicole's Pandora.
Hey!
Okay. Yeah, right. You know?
Well, this video will be out there forever, and one day you'll be able to show your kids.
You give me and my mom laugh, but you don't understand why, because it's a skit, so it's like. Alexa, play Knee Deep.
Knee Deep by Jane Morris Group from Nicole's Pandora.
But you know who.
It actually played, too.
It did. It actually liked me, but it was the wrong song. Alexa, play Knee Deep by Zach Brown Band.
Zach Brown Band, A to Z from Nicole's Pandora.
This is like 21 questions. More frustrating.
Alexa, play Knee Deep by Zach Brown Band.
A to Z.
Zach Brown Band, A to Z from Nicole's Pandora.
Think of the sound she made. But it was so quick though, like she was trying to tackle me to the ground and I was using like my football stance and I kinda like swooped my arm underneath. So when she hit it, like it What a bloody mess, mate. Alexa, play Don't Hold the Wall. Why did you turn off? Alexa, play Just
Just by Lane 8 from Nicole's Pandora.
Did it sound like I said play Just Alexa, play Don't Hold the Wall by Justin Timberlake.
Don't Hold the Wall by Justin Timberlake from Nicole's
It's not even
Pandora.
gonna play either. You're like trying to raise a child. Alexa, listen to me. Alexa, play Don't Hold the Wall by Justin Timberlake.
Don't Hold the Wall by Justin Timberlake from Nicole's Pandora.
I almost said, listen to me. Alexa, play 50 Ways to Say Goodbye.
50 Ways to Say Goodbye by Train from Nicole's Pandora.
Why do you say it and not play it? You're like a shower, not a grower. Okay? Wait, I said that wrong.
I gotta pee.
You know what I meant. Alexa, play 50 Ways to Say Goodbye by The Train.
50 Ways to Say Goodbye by Train from
I
Nicole's
was trying to make a
Pandora.
valid point.
Okay, so now that the longest and most tedious part of making grape jam is done and we've made a nice sticky mess, the next step is to go ahead and dump the grape pulp into a pot and put it over about medium heat. We want to simmer it to try to dissolve the pulp down a little bit. And then we're going to strain it to remove the grape seeds. And even the seedless grapes have small seeds in them, so keep that in mind. Okay, so our grapes are going in here. Don't be afraid to mash them down a little bit just to kind of help the process along, speed it up a little bit. Okay, for this next part, we're just going to start straining this through a fine mesh strainer. Making sure we get all the seeds out. All right, so here's what we are left with. Now we're gonna go ahead and turn this back on to about a medium high. And this recipe calls for 6 cups of sugar, but you can add less if you would like, if you want to lower sugar. However, keep in mind that it'll take it a little bit longer to cook down, and it will make a considerably less amount, but it's still delicious. Chickens are pretty happy. I'm sure you could probably hear them. And now we can also go ahead and add our skins back in here. Okay, just wanted to kind of show you guys where we're at right now. We still have a little ways to go, but it is starting to thicken up. The gelling process happens around 220 degrees or so, so we'll check this out. I knew we were getting close. One good indicator that you can watch for is we can see that the bubbles are now changing a little bit and they're a little more glossy. That's how you know the gelling process is starting. I'll go ahead and check the temperature again. Still have a little ways to go. Okay, kind of just want to show you guys where we're at. This has cooked down a ton. If you remember, it was completely full at the beginning. So it has cooked down a lot and it's gelling up for me beautifully, so I'm happy about that. It's about where I want it. I might let it go for a couple more minutes. You can cook yours to the consistency you want. If you want a thinner jam, more like a jelly, you can do that, or you can make it nice and thick. I know I want mine pretty thick, so I'm gonna give it a couple more minutes on here before I start putting it in the jar. Okay, so I just turned this off and it is about the consistency I want it. It's nice and thick, so I'm pretty happy with it. So I'm going to go ahead and start panning it. Okay, so I have my jars all sanitized. We're gonna go ahead and start loading this in here. You wanna leave about a 1/4 inch of headway. Get any bubbles out that might be in there. Now I don't have enough to completely fill this last one, So this will be one that I just put straight into the refrigerator, and this is something we'll want to eat right away since we're not preserving it in a hot water bath. Enough for a couple sandwiches in there. All right, and then you want to wipe off any excess or any mess you might have. Again, make sure you kind of get all the air bubbles out. Yeah, I'll use that for that. Just loosely put these on and go ahead and add them into your water bath. All right, we have the jars in here and we're bringing it up to a boil, and we're gonna give it a 10-minute water bath. And then after 10 minutes, we'll go ahead and shut it off and leave the jars in there for an additional 5 minutes before removing them. And in the meantime, I have an extremely sticky mess to clean up. Okay, so now we can go ahead and carefully remove our jars. And you want to put them on a towel someplace out of the way. And we're going to want to leave them out here for about 48 hours, so about 2 days. That way they can finish gelling properly and cool off and finish sealing. And while I am doing this, Thomas is shredding our chicken for some white chicken chili that we made for dinner tonight. All right, so we have made 5 jars of grape jam from our own grapes. It's so exciting. And then here's the chicken. Are you gonna put it, back in the crock pot, dude man?
No. Stop.